Hello, everyone. This is me, Dre. I want to talk about the double standards with society when it comes to single parenting home. There's always an attack, especially when I'm looking at the news and there's some sort of article of some crime that's occurred to where black men involved are in particular. And there's always some ignorant motherfucker that comes out and says, where's the parent? Or I bet he's coming from a single parent home. And they place it generally on the mom. Now, with single parent homes, there are single mothers and then there are single fathers. So you can't really place it just on the mother. And also when it comes to single parent homes, you can't really pin it on one ethnicity because you can easily go to any site, and the double standard especially is because it's sensationalized for single parenting when you look at MTV, in particular 16 and Pregnant. The majority of the young women on that show just so happen to be white. So where's the outcry for that particular show? It seems to be getting high ratings on MTV, and they're all white. So all of a sudden now, when it comes to black women and being the breadwinners of the home or single parents raising kids, it's a negative thing. I've been born and raised with myself as the only son and four sisters. I'm the fourth child, and my mother did an outstanding job. We are all well adjusted, all well-to-do. We all have kids. None of us have a criminal record, and we're really making things happen for ourselves and our lives. So it's not for me to say that every single parent is a good home. There are bad things that happen from single parent homes, but you can't really attribute that to just the lack of attention from the parent or the fact that maybe the father isn't there. Keep in mind, sometimes a fucked up situation can happen when there is a mother and father under the same roof. You can look at a lot of things that go on right now in the media to where there's some dysfunctional child that has come from a home with both a mother and a father. So who's to say that it's the fault of a single mom? Now, I'm not encouraging women to just go out and have kids and try to raise them by themselves. It's always easier, I would imagine, for a woman if she has that extra help from the man. There's always a financial side of it because raising kids is a very expensive thing. For me, with my wife, we've been married for 10 years. We have one child. I've got two kids from my ex-wife. She's remarried. So our kids are doing very well. But for those who are single parents and there have been things negative that have happened in society, it is, in part due to the mom or the father not being there to be more responsible. But at the same time, sometimes the parents can only do so much, but the kids, when they decide to do something, there's really no way to stop that, because once a child thinks that they have all the answers, they're going to go against their parents' wishes. So you can easily blame a single mom, but at the same time, the one thing that people don't seem to realize when they get on to a lot of these sites to post their comments, whether it's Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, showing ignorance and throwing race into it is always the dumbest thing that one can do. It's obvious if there's a crime and you see that it was perpetrated by someone who is black, it's not always going to be the case that mom and dad weren't available. And in some cases, mom and dad being available and being very well-to-do and the child still does wrong, that doesn't mean that the parents are bad. That just means that the kid decided to make a decision and now they hopefully will pay for it. So I jeer anyone who would come on to a video, especially when I post videos, because I don't really place an emphasis on race. And you can look at any one of my videos where I'm talking about things such as the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman case, the 3 teens that beat up the 13-year-old kid in Pinellas, Florida, or even with the 3 teens that killed the Australian student in Oklahoma recently. With that, people always want to place blame on black society for raising kids as a single parent, but in some of those videos you see where the father has come forward as a spokesperson, so you never have anything to say about that. But at the same time, anything that happens to where a white child does something heinous and it's brought to the media, people don't have anything to say about that. And when it is brought up, all of a sudden the whole thing with statistics against black people or Hispanics comes about. So there's no other argument for that you can bring up. So it's racism, it's bigotry, whatever you want to call it. But once again, for me, when I post my videos, I generally do not emphasize race, and I most certainly will not attack whites because of something that happened. I'm not expecting my 40 acres and a mule. I'm not expecting anything from whites. Anything that happens bad in my life, I don't go blaming white people. I was born and raised around pretty much every ethnicity when I lived in Maryland before I moved to Texas. So I get along with everyone. For those who know me, who are friends with me on my Facebook, you will see that I have almost as many white friends as I have black and Hispanics and Asians. So, you know, go ahead and post the negative comments. I'm pretty sure that I will on this video, but at the same time, I wanted to speak about this because when I look at some of the things that go wrong in society, it's not to say that a single parent is always the greatest parent, because some single parents aren't worth a damn. But I'm certainly not going to sit here and attack black mothers for being bad parents, because I was born and raised in a single parent home. My father was nowhere to be seen. I only know him by name. I don't know him by face, and I don't need to. My mother helped me to raise a man. Now, she did not sit down and talk to me and say, this is how you be a man. This is how you be responsible. I took upon her, I basically used her strength, and I saw some of the struggles that she went through, and I just wanted to make sure that if I ever become a parent, which I am now, that I can give my kids much better than what I had. So I idolize my mother because I know that she did the absolute best for me and my sisters. But I'm certainly not going to knock a single white mother, single white father, single Hispanic mother, single Hispanic father, whatever it can be. I'm not going to attack a single parent simply because some little bastards go out and decide to do something wrong. Whether they're young or old, a crime is a crime and it's wrong. And it's not about ethnicity, because if you really want to break it down, crimes that are committed, if there are there are black on black crimes, it's been well stated. And in most of my videos where it just so happens that the individuals involved are black and white or whatever the case is, there's always some asshole that's going to mention race, even though I did not. Some asshole will. And there's always some asshole that's going to bring up statistics about how many black people that were killed by black people. So I'm not going to say or even go into a conversation about how many white people committed this type of crime or how many white people are accused of this, or this, because I'm beyond that. And anyone who chooses to accept knowledge, they can go and search for that shit online. I don't need to point that out. And I'm not going to always defend black people, because there are stupid things that we do, but that can be said to just about any ethnicity that walks on this planet. But once again, this is about single parents, and as I stated, I'm not advocating the whole concept of single parenting, but at the same time, if it means that the child will be better off with a single parent, so be it. Because in my case, I think that was the best thing for me and my sisters. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and leave the comment section open. I do ask that, if you decide to personally attack me, understand that I don't judge people for the color of their skin. I don't judge people for the type of upbringing, because if you're an adult and you're on YouTube attacking me because of the words or anything that I said on this video, that's a personal decision for yourself. I'm not going to blame your parents for you being ignorant. That's all on you. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.